welcome back to Kicking It in the Second Half, Kish YZ. We're bringing you a Hew Weekly. Today is April 11th, 2021. Hew, go ahead and take it away, buddy.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good day. Just some injury news to go over, and specific somebody returning from injury, somebody missing a game for another reason other than injury, and then some updates on the standings for you guys. So the first thing I wanted to touch on was James Wiseman. Very unfortunate. He has a torn meniscus in his right knee, and while it's not definite yet, he is expected to miss the rest of the season. So huge blow to the Warriors there, and a blow to their playoff chances. He is really, like you said, I think today, D, he's really been playing strong lately and been coming onto his own. So that's a shame. Somebody else, Patrick Beverly, he just had surgery, I think today, on a broken left hand, and he's being reevaluated in 3 to 4 weeks. So it looks, at least a month, probably a month and a half for him to return. That's just being reevaluated in that time. So expect time added on to that. Victor Oladipo, he suffered a knee injury Thursday against the Lakers, and they haven't really said too much about it, but he is missing the Heat's current road trip, and that is a 4-game road trip. So expect him out at least 4 games, if not longer. It said that he was getting medical attention and stuff while he's not there. So hopefully they'll provide an update on that. Kyrie Irving is out tomorrow. I think they play the Timberwolves. He's out for that game for personal reasons. And that is something that we've heard before. It's actually his 8th game of the season that he has missed for personal reasons. So that's a lot of games to be missing for personal reasons. So I mean, that's something he needs to get sorted out. It said personal reasons / family matters, but I mean that's 8 games a lot, and plus this shortened season this year, that's a lot of games. But
let me just interject right there that this team is only built for the playoffs at the moment, with everybody being out between the rotation of their star players. This is just a big playoff team. They're just trying to carry whatever load they can to stay up top in the East in the standings, but it's just basically a playoff team at the moment. And I can't wait to see what product we get on the floor. Like I mentioned before, we have yet to see very many games played between the big three. And that's another discussion we'll continue to have. Look out for our Kish YZ podcast episode. We'll be continuing the Lakers Nets, what was it, like a debate or discussion, I guess, part 2, and then probably do a part 3 as a debate as well this week. So keep an eye out for that here.
Yeah, a lot of discussions with the Lakers and Nets this week for us. But a little good news coming out of Brooklyn. Kevin Durant, he came back last Wednesday. He actually came back. He's on a heavy minutes restriction. I think he only played 17 minutes, maybe something like that. But he shot 5 for 5. So I mean, it didn't really look like the guy had any rust. I mean, he came in there and looked good, looked really good. But and then
on a bad note with the Brooklyn Nets, they lost to the Los Angeles Lakers last night, Saturday night. That was a big loss. I mean, Kevin Durant still had the minutes restriction, but Kyrie Irving was still there, and he was playing until he got ejected from the game, along with Dennis Schroeder. And, of course, James Harden's been absent from the team as well due to hamstring injury. So, once again, Hugh, you want to don't forget that scoring there. That's vastly important here in this past week, because that's something that was not expected to happen. But at the same time, if you're looking at the situation with Kyrie Irving getting ejected, I guess at that point, what is there to say? I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't really.
It was kind of a coin flip game, but I wasn't expecting that score or that end result.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the actual score, but they got beat pretty good. That's something that I think a lot of people weren't expecting, especially with Kyle Kuzma out too. So basically, I mean, if you want to look at their top 3 guys, if you want to put Kuzma at 3rd, but
so it's definitely surprising. At 4, maybe 5 sometimes. I'm not trying to make this a debate, but I think it's like
I'll put him
LeBron, AD,
I'll have him like 8 or 9,
Drummond,
so
maybe Schroeder or Kuzma there at the 4/5 spot.
Yeah, I'd have him at like 10, so it's fine. No debate there. But and then I just got the standings, some updates on the standings. I'll start in the East. We know what's going on with Philly and Brooklyn by now. They just keep switching. Philly won yesterday and Brooklyn lost. So Philly has taken back the top spot, but they are tied still on record. They have the same record, but Philly's technically in first right now. You still have the Bucks at three games back. But something that happened today, the Hawks and Hornets played. I believe the Hawks were sixth, and the Hornets were four, and the Hawks beat them. So that actually pushed Atlanta all the way to four. So they went from six to four. And they're 7.5 games back now, and so that dropped the Hornets to five. Now, one thing interesting, the Heat are playing right now, and they're the Heat, they're 8.5 games back, but they're playing right now, and they're currently up at halftime on the Portland Trailblazers. So the East looks like it's going to keep moving. If they win that, I guess Hornets will fall all the way down to sixth. And one thing too, I'd like to point out, the Hornets, Heat, and Boston at seven, they're all 8.5 games back. So it is super close for that fifth, sixth, and seventh spot right now. It's super close. The Celtics, they won
Boston
today.
pulled
I
out
think
a
they
big
went on
win
a
tonight too.
30. They had a 31-3 run, bro, against the Denver Nuggets. 31-3. Tell me how that happens.
It's about
So, yeah,
time
shout
for
out
them
the
to show
Celtics.
up. They have two All-Stars on the team, so let's not discredit those guys, but they need to do it
That's
more
against
consistently.
Jokic, though. Against
They need to do it
Jokic.
more consistently. They can play defense. They can score. They have the right pieces when all of them are healthy. But, yeah, this has been an abnormal game for them as of late. But it's a key win against a great team.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, yeah. So something to keep an eye on there with all those teams tied up. And then at eighth, you have the Knicks, 10 games back. At ninth, you have the Pacers, 10.5 games back. And at 10th, you have the Bulls, 13.5 games back. Then to go to the West, I don't think too much. Actually, I don't think there's been any movement since last week. You got Utah still holding on to that top spot. Don't look like that's going anywhere. You have Phoenix 2.5 games back. You got the Clippers third with 4.5 games back. The Nuggets fourth with 6 games back. The Lakers at fifth, 7 games back. Trailblazers at 6, 8.5 games back. And like I said, they're playing now. They're losing to Miami.
Shout out to the Portland fans. And in case you didn't catch it, Cantor had 30 rebounds, which was a franchise record, I believe, is what it said.
Yeah, that's crazy. 30 rebounds, bro. 30. Whew. Yeah, and then at seventh, you have the Dallas Mavericks. I saw they lost today, but 10.5 games back. Eighth, you have the Grizzlies, 13 games back. Ninth, the Spurs at 14 games back. And 10th, you have the Warriors at 15 games back. So those are the current standings right now.
Like you just ended at 10. Where is the Pelicans, or you don't have that information?
I stopped at 10. The Pelicans were 11th. I just can't remember how far back they were.
Okay, yeah. Well, they're creeping up. They won some games here lately, so they're on the rise. It's going to be tight right there. It's going to be tight for the play-in on the West, more so than the East. I think the East is going to be tight as far as the final standings of the bottom four, but the West is going to be tight for the play-in spots.
Yeah. Speaking of the Spurs at ninth, I saw DeRozan hit a game winner today. I think he put up 33 or something, 38, something like that. But he had a game winner on Dallas, like final second or something like that. So yeah, shout out the Spurs. We kind of counted them out when we had your butt on there talking about they were going to drop, but I mean they won, and DeRozan's balling, and the Warriors now without Wiseman. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they fell a little bit, but anything can happen. It's gonna be a tight race there.
Did we put DeRozan on our disrespected list, underrated list?
We did.
Yeah, he's proving us right, I guess.
Yeah, I love DeRozan. Yeah, we had him. I think it was pretty high on there. Maybe like, what is top five?
Third, yeah, I think he was top five.
I think it was pretty high.
I think it was like Dame, Butler, DeRozan.
Pretty high on there. Yeah, give that man his respect, man. Boy's a baller.
For real. And once again,
that about wraps up my Hew Weekly.
Yeah, thank you for giving us that update on the past week in a nutshell, so to speak. So we appreciate that. This has been Kicking in the Second Half, Kish YZ. If you like the videos, give us a thumbs up. And if you really like the videos, give us a subscribe and check out some of our other videos, and also turn on your notification bell so you can stay updated when we post new drops. And also, I want to do a quick shout out on this Hew Weekly. I want to shout out to the WNBA. I saw a tag, I guess, on Instagram. Is that where it would have been? With the new jerseys. Yeah. I kind of like some of those jerseys. They look pretty dope. I'll probably try to get one, just to be honest.
Really? There you go. I don't even know what they look like. You got to show me that.
Check out my IG. I think I had it on my story. It's probably gone. I'll have to see if I can get it back up there. Yeah, catch
All
us
right, I feel
on
you.
Kish YZ on our Twitter and what else? Twitter and
Instagram.
Instagram, KISH_YZ. And of course, here on YouTube, Kish YZ. And for our podcast, if you want the audio only versions, anchor.fm podcast on Google's podcasts, Pocket Cast, and also we are on Spotify. So once again, thank you, everybody. Hew, last shout out. Just tell the people to subscribe.
Oh yeah. You know, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up and give me a subscribe. No tomatoes, please.
I think you kind of botched it. It's sub.
What'd I say?
Subscription.
Oh, my bad. Give me a sub. No tomatoes,
Hey,
please.
just tune in. We'll get it straightened out next time. Once again, this has been Kicking the Second Half. Peace and love.